In today's lesson, we're going to teach you how to play air pong. All you'll need is a partner and a balloon or a beach ball. Let's learn the basics of air pong. Now remember, this is very similar to volleyball, so if you know that sport, then you're already one step ahead. They're using a balloon because it is a lot easier to make contact and get the ball over the net. Now the net in this case is the gray carpet down the center. Now your job in volleyball is to use up to 3 touches to get the ball over the net and hopefully land on the ground inside your opponent's court. If you do this successfully, you earn a point. But if you make an error and the balloon lands outside your partner's court, your opponent's court, then it is their point. This is known as rally scoring. There is a point for every round. Now you can use 3 touches, but you are not required to. You do not have to stay in your court. You can leave the court to contact the ball, but you may not go in your opponent's court. And you may not catch or throw the object. That is a point there for Miss Jen because it landed inside Mrs. Worrell's court, and service for the next game happens behind your court. Now they've taped down a court using painter's tape or masking tape. You could easily use a crack or a seam on a floor or concrete driveway. You can chalk one down if you're playing outdoors, or you can just tape down a line or use a line in the carpet in your home. Remember that you get 3 touches. You must strike the balloon or the ball instead of catching and throwing it. You're trying to get it to land on the floor inside your opponent's court, and you're serving from behind your court. This has a large gap between the 2 courts, but you don't have to have that. You can just have a simple line on the ground. Now a balloon is going to be a good object to use if you're a TK, Kinder, first, second, or third student. And you could even use it if you're an upper grader, 4, 5, or 6. But we will show you a beach ball version in a moment. Here's another version also using a balloon. They're standing on some tumbling mats. This gives you a nice definitive area to try and get the ball to land inside. Remember, you're serving from behind your court, as you see Mrs. Worrell doing. You're using 1, 2, or 3 touches. If the ball lands outside the mat like that, that's an error on Mrs. Worrell. That's a point for Miss Jen. She serves from behind her mat, and they continue striking back and forth, trying to get the balloon to land on their opponent's mat or court. Now let's watch a game using a beach ball. This is going to be a little bit of a faster game because the ball does not float down as slowly. It's going to be quicker, so your reactions have to be faster. The beach ball also will travel further, so you have to be a little bit more precise with your touch. Now this game between Mr. Rich and Mr. Arriaga is using the exact same rules. They get up to 3 touches, they serve from behind their court, they're trying to get the ball to land inside their opponent's court, as you see taped off here. If you have a balloon but no partner to play against, we're going to teach you how to play solo air pong. So this is just you using a wall. In this case, we've taped a square as a target on the wall, and we're going to work on our striking, trying to get the balloon to hit inside the square after every touch. You can still use your 3 touches like in the game of volleyball or regular air pong, but we're working on accuracy here. So strike the ball, see if you can get it inside the square 3 times in a row, 5 times in a row, 10 times in a row. Keep raising the bar for yourself, and maybe even see how many you can do in a row and set a personal record. Here we have Mr. Rich playing the same solo air pong game as Miss Jen, but he's using a beach ball, which is going to raise the difficulty level. This is more suitable for a 4th, 5th, or 6th grade student, but if you're doing well with a balloon, don't be afraid to try this if you have a beach ball at home. Again, we're working on accuracy, we're working on our contact. We can use 3 touches like you just saw there, but if it lands outside the square, that would be an error or a mistake. So see how many you can get in a row, or set a goal for yourself and work towards it. Our third and final version of air pong is a 2-on-2 game. We are using a 4-square court at school, but you can tape down a line on the ground or a court, chalk it down in your backyard or your driveway, wherever you can find a space to play. We're using a balloon here because it's a lot easier. Makes it a lot more fun when everybody can be successful. We're still using the 3-touch rule, and that is combined with your partner. So you can pass the balloon to your partner who can then strike it over the net, but you must send it over the net after the 3rd touch. You're still also trying to get the balloon to land on the ground inside your opponent's court in order to score a point, and you're still serving from behind your court. Feel free to up the difficulty by using a beach ball if you're having a good time and playing well with a balloon. And all you need is 3 other people for this game. This looks a lot like 2-on-2 beach volleyball. Now it's your turn to try playing air pong, so grab a balloon or a beach ball and play solo pong, 1 versus 1 or 2 on 2.